Let's say someone boldly humiliates you, perhaps right in front of people, or through indirect sarcasm. In that moment, how do you feel? Your blood boils, your heart pounds, and your chest tightens. Most people make a huge mistake at this point. They react emotionally. They struggle to defend their ego. Even worse, they torture themselves for days dwelling on what that person said. But the Stoics have a different view on this matter. For them, disrespect or humiliation is not a measure of your identity, but a test of your inner mastery. If you watch this video to the end, you will know exactly what to do when anyone tries to humiliate you. This wisdom gives you a lasting and unshakable power that no one can take away from you. Let's pause and ask, why are you churned up inside just because someone threw a common word at you or disrespected you? They didn't physically hurt you, no one hit you, no one cut you. But the pain feels just like a physical injury. Why? The answer lies in how our psychology is wired. Humans are social animals. In ancient times, when we lived in the wild, being ostracized from our tribe or group meant death. Therefore, losing honor or acceptance is seen by our brain as a survival threat. When someone despises you, your brain screams danger. Danger. We are about to be expelled from the group. But the times we live in have changed. You won't die because your boss disrespected you or someone on the street insulted you. So where does the pain come from? Here enters the great enemy, the ego. Ego is not your true self. Ego is the image you built saying, "Let people think of me this way." When someone humiliates you, they are touching this image, not you. For example, if they call you stupid and you are certain inside that you are smart, the statement makes you laugh, not angry. But if your self-confidence is low and you worry about people thinking you are smart, meaning your ego is touched, then you get hurt. The pain comes not from the insult, but because the insult touched a secret fear you have about yourself. The great Stoic philosopher and Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius wrote a fascinating idea in his personal journal. He says, "People are wicked, humiliating, or insulting because they cannot distinguish between good and evil. They do so because of their own ignorance and internal wounds, not because of their knowledge of you." When you understand this, everything changes. When someone belittles you, that person is showing their own character flaw, not describing your identity. Their disrespect is an echo of their internal noise. So, the main point of this section is this. Disrespect or humiliation cannot touch who you are. It attacks who you think you must appear to be. Your heart breaks not because the mirror broke, but because the reflection on the mirror was distorted. When you understand this, you stop reacting emotionally and move to the next level of insight. So, after understanding this, how do we respond in practice? We will see this in part 2. Now let's get to the heart of the solution. The Stoics have a golden rule to conquer this world. If you understand this rule, no one can touch you. The rule says, control your reaction, but do not try to control their behavior. Many of us suffer because we struggle with why people acted that way. Why didn't they respect me? We struggle to change their behavior. But this is impossible. You don't get angry at the rain for falling. You just grab an umbrella. People's disrespect is like bad weather. You cannot control it. You can only control how you protect yourself. The famous Stoic teacher Epictetus, who rose from slavery to become a great philosopher, taught us a fundamental concept, the dichotomy of control. According to Epictetus, things in the world are divided into two. 1. Things under our control, our thoughts, desires, reactions, and 2. Things not under our control, others' words, reputation, wealth, our body. When someone insults or despises you, their words are an external thing out of your control. But you want to have authority over something that isn't under your control. This leads to madness and anxiety. Remember, the insult belongs to them. Accepting it and giving it meaning is your share. There's a common trap here. Responding, arguing, and putting them in their place is considered winning. But the reality is the opposite. When you argue with a drunk or emotional person by becoming just like them, you have lowered yourself to their level. You have given them the power. They have stolen your peace, time, and energy. As Stoics say, when someone angers you, you have become that person's slave. Because you gave them the right to steer your emotions. So, do we stay silent? No. We change our perspective. When someone humiliates you, remember these 3 things. 1. Information. Is there truth in what was said? If true, why get mad? I'll correct it. What if it's false? If it's false, treat it like someone saying the sky is green and move on. You shouldn't be angry knowing it is an error. 2. A mirror. As we said earlier, their disrespect shows their own internal pain. They are not talking about you, but about the chaos within themselves. See them as a patient, not an enemy. 3. A test. Consider this an opportunity. This person came to test your patience. Let's see how strong I am. Test yourself with it. In this way, you turn your attacker into a trainer. After making this mental shift, what kind of words should we use in practice? How should our silence be? We will see this in part 3. We know the rule. We understand we can control emotions but not behavior. But one cannot fight a war without identifying the enemy. Stoics like to examine things deeply. Not all disrespect is the same. When you identify the source, the cure becomes easy. There are mainly 3 types of disrespect. The first, and the one that angers most of us, is intentional disrespect. This person has an agenda. The speech or action didn't slip out. It was calculated to belittle you. This is called a power play. They try to look superior by making you look inferior. Or they want to provoke you into being emotional and making a mistake. You must be careful here. If you react emotionally, you are playing on their field. They want your anger. What is the biggest punishment for this type of person? Showing that their attempt left no scratch on you. Defeat their attempt at dominance with your own dominance of calmness. The second type is unintentional or careless disrespect. Often, people aren't being malicious, but they are careless or simply at that level of maturity. If a child comes and hits you, do they hate you from their heart? No. They are just immature. Adults are often like children. They lack the art of social interaction. They don't know how to express their feelings. Or they might be consumed by their own thoughts and offend without noticing. Getting angry at this person is like getting angry at a stone for tripping you. The Stoic response to this isn't anger, but teaching or passing it in silence. The problem isn't malice, but a lack of skill. The third, and perhaps 90% of what we encounter, is projected disrespect. There's a great war inside this person. Maybe they were humiliated at work, they have problems in their marriage, or they are insecure. They need to spit that accumulated poison somewhere. And you are the lucky one. If someone yells at you, insults you, or belittles you without reason, they are telling you not about your identity, but about their internal pain. This is called projection. They are unloading their own frustration onto you. Like a garbage truck, they look for a place to dump what they carry. But you are not a garbage dump. When you understand this, you feel pity for the person, not anger. So the main point of this section is this. Disrespect speaks about the insulter, not the insulted. Whether it comes from malice, ignorance, or internal pain, the source is them. You are just a receiver, and a receiver has the right to return the gift. So, having identified these 3 types, how do we respond practically, in words and body language? The final part is about practical actions. Now we have entered the real game. Someone humiliated you to your face. Your blood is boiling. Instinctively, you are on the verge of snapping back. This is where your Stoic soldiering is tested. The first step, the pause. There is a big rule in psychology. Between the stimulus and your response, there is a space. That space is where your freedom lies. Your emotional brain commands you to scream immediately. Your Stoic brain says, "Wait, give me a moment." In that instant, say nothing. Take a deep breath. This seems simple, but it has changed the history of the world. Breathing sends a message to your brain. There is no danger. Calm down. Next, distance yourself from the situation. They call this the view from above. Say to yourself, "I am not being insulted. I am observing someone throwing words." Be an observer, not an actor. When someone yells at you, think of it not as disrespect but as a screaming child or loud radio static. This method separates your emotion, anger, from your identity, self. Instead of saying "I am angry," shift to the thought, "I notice that I am feeling a sensation of anger right now." Now you are ready to respond. But what do you think is the best response? Silence. Many consider silence as defeat, but Stoics use it as a great weapon. Why does silence win? The attacker wants fuel. They want your anger, your argument. When you look them in the eye and stay silent, you deny them fuel. Confident silence confuses people. Why isn't he angry? What is he thinking? Does he have power? It makes them worry. Your silence echoes louder than their noise. What if silence doesn't work or speaking is necessary? Give an emotionless, neutral response. The goal is to close the conversation. For example, "You are worthless," they say. You ask calmly, "Is that true? Is that how you think?" Or simply say, "I heard your opinion." These answers are called disarming. They expect a wall to hit against, but you gave them air. They lose something to hit. A calm person drives an aggressive person crazy because your power of calmness highlights their weakness. Let's compare. Instinct says, argue, defend yourself, insult them back. Result, the fight escalates, your peace is lost, you give your power to them. Stoicism does, pause, observe, do not be disturbed. Result, you controlled the situation, maintained your dignity, and made them collide with themselves. This is true victory. In the final part, we will see the lasting change this practice brings to your life. As we have understood so far, we chose to pass disrespect with silence rather than returning it. But a question may arise, isn't silence weakness? Won't it make me look like a coward? The answer, absolutely not. In fact, it is the opposite. Ignoring disrespect requires far superior internal muscle than reacting. But first, we must clear up a major distinction. Many people confuse staying silent with suppressing emotions. Suppressing. This means you are burning inside, blood boiling, biting your teeth while staying silent. This is harmful. It is like poison. The anger that didn't go out will eat you up. If you don't speak today, you will explode somewhere else tomorrow. Ignoring Stoic indifference the Stoic way is this: understanding that the matter does not concern you. If a madman insults you on the street, you don't get angry asking, "Why did he insult me?" You just walk away. Why? Because you know it has nothing to do with you. Ignoring means not letting the insult in at all. It means not drinking the poison. Sometimes silence is considered avoidance, but the difference lies in the intent. If you walk away with your head down, avoiding eye contact, that is fear. But if you look them in the eye with a calm spirit, smile and pass it by, or give a short answer and continue, that is strength. A lion is not disturbed by the noise of mosquitoes. It stays silent not because it is afraid, but because the mosquitoes are not worthy of its attention. You are the same. People's disrespect is a plea for your attention. Denying them your attention is the highest form of punishment and the ultimate expression of strength. People instinctively respect and fear calm people. A person who screams and insults looks like a child. A calm person looks like a king. When someone yells at you and you speak to them without changing your voice or your expression, the authority in that room shifts to you. Onlookers, if any, respect you, because they believe that a person who can lead themselves can lead others. Respect comes not from shouting, but from self-control. The great philosopher Seneca has a wonderful view on this. He says, "A great and noble spirit does not accept insults or injustice, because it knows it does not deserve it. Returning disrespect is confirming equality. When you try to insult someone who looked down on you, you lower yourself and become equal to them. Your dignity is preserved not by descending into the mud and wrestling, but by flying high as if the mud cannot touch you." Finally, consider this. The satisfaction you get from insulting back lasts for minutes. You say, "I showed him." But that is short-term ego gratification. However, the dignity you gain by passing it in silence lasts a lifetime. Above all, when you stop seeking people's validation, you start respecting yourself. The source of your self-worth is you, not them. Be happy when people respect you, but when they despise you, your identity does not diminish. This is true freedom. In the next and final part, we will wrap this all up. The things we saw so far were techniques. Now, however, we go into the deep part. We need to change the software. If you don't change the meaning your mind gives to disrespect, you will always live struggling. If you want the struggle to be easier, change the story you tell yourself. Stoics call this rewiring. Let's make 3 major shifts. The first shift: when someone insults you, don't think he insulted me or he humiliated me. Instead, think he exposed his identity or he showed himself. If someone passes by you carrying trash and drops it, you don't get angry asking, "Why did he drop it on me?" You observe, "Oh, it turns out this person is a trash carrier." Their speech says nothing about your value, but it speaks volumes about their upbringing, their internal pain, and their character level. When you understand this, you shift from sulking to observing. They become the actor, you become the audience. The second shift: moving from slavery to freedom. If you react immediately when someone touches you, you are like a doll with a remote control. When they press the button, you scream. This is slavery. Stoics cut this cord. Delete the program that says, "I must respond." Instead, install, "I am the one who chooses my response." When they want to insult, you stay silent. When they want to scream, you breathe deeply. This choice is your true power. You are the only owner of your response. The third and crucial shift: change this belittles me to this strengthens or tests me. When you lift weights in the gym, is that iron crushing you or strengthening you? The answer is, it is pressing on you to strengthen you. Social life is the same. Difficult people are the gym for your mind. Every insult, every disrespect is a weight with which you build your patience and strength. So next time an insult comes, count it not as an attack, but as a free workout. Say, "Let's see how strong I am." So, holding these 3 perspectives, when we view the world through Stoic lenses, things change. 1. Insults as training. Your enemy is not your enemy, but your unpaid mental sparring partner. He points out your weaknesses. He tests your patience. 2. Social friction as a sharpening stone. A knife becomes sharp when rubbed against a stone. Friction. You too become sharp and keen when you collide with such people and pass without breaking. 3. Quiet dominance. Finally, not getting angry is not a sign of weakness, but a quiet dominance that no one can touch. Being silent in the midst of noise, being calm in the midst of chaos. This is true royalty. If we make this mindset shift, What will be the final result? What tangible change will we see in our lives? We will see it in the conclusion. So far, we have preached silence and ignoring disrespect. But here we must make a major correction. Being a Stoic does not mean being a doormat. Stoicism is not weakness or passivity. Controlling oneself and being stepped on are different things. Marcus Aurelius was an emperor and a military leader. He was not a coward. Stoicism does not disarm you and hand you over to the enemy. Rather, it makes you identify the right time and place to use your weapon. So when do we break our silence and speak? The answer is simple: when boundaries are crossed. If your silence is interpreted as agreement and the wrong behavior continues, or if what that person does harms your work, your family, or your physical safety, then you must draw your Stoic sword. But the difference lies in how you draw it. Your goal is not to hurt the person, but to draw the line. Setting boundaries means respecting yourself. It is a school where you teach people how they should treat you. Here is where the game changes. When you respond, you have two choices. 1. Emotional reaction. This is exploding like a volcano. You insult, you scream, you raise your hand. This is weakness, because you gave the controller to them. 2. Calm assertion. This is the Stoic way. Your voice doesn't raise, your face doesn't change, but your speech is as hard as iron. The difference is clear. An emotional person screams, a calm person speaks. Screaming is a sign of fear. Calmness is a sign of power. The rule is this: say it once, say it clearly, say it without anger. Don't go back and forth with the person. Don't give explanations. Don't apologize. Just say what you want. Example: if someone repeatedly humiliates you while joking, the wrong way, why are you insulting me? What did I do to you? You yourself are. This is begging. The Stoic way, looking them in the eye, with a calm voice. What you are saying is not funny. Do not repeat it. That's it. Use the silence that follows. That silence gives weight to your words. You can enforce your respect without mixing in anger. This is called respect without aggression. True power is not terrifying people, but making people respect themselves in their own time. In the final section, we will bring this all together and look at the transformation you will take after this video. We have reached the final chapter of this journey. What we have learned so far are not just techniques or methods, they are lifestyles. Our goal is not just to silence a person. Our goal is to build a new identity that disrespect and humiliation cannot touch. Think about it. Do you want to be a tree that sways when the wind blows, or a great mountain that the wind does nothing to? Being a Stoic means being that mountain. The storm comes, goes, screams, but the mountain stands firm in its place. Okay, who is this unshakable person? It is a person who is not overturned by the opinions of outsiders. Most people are puppets in the hands of others. When praised, they inflate. When insulted, they collapse. But a person with a Stoic identity knows their own value by their own standard. If a king walks down the street and a drunk person insults him, does the king get angry? He does not. Why? Because he knows the drunkard's insult does not change the king's identity. You too are the king of your own life. People's insults cannot touch your throne. There is an amazing paradox. People despise those who beg for their kindness or respect. Conversely, they respect and fear those who are confident in themselves and do not care about people's opinions. When you are an unreactive person, people get confused. What kind of power does this person have to not get angry? They say. Then they themselves start seeking your respect. Your inner stability attracts people. Your silence becomes a magnet. This is the final stage, being unoffendable. This doesn't mean being emotionless. This means being free. It means being a person whose day no one can ruin. It means being a fortress that no one can knock down. From now on, when you go out, let the words people throw be like mist, not spears. Let them pass through you, not pierce you. Let us close this video with this golden idea. When you stop seeking people's respect, you start getting it. Respect is given not to beggars, but to those who respect themselves. Respect yourself, control your emotions, and the world will start respecting you. This is the way of the Stoics. The choice is yours. We have reached the time to finish our journey. In this hour, we have talked a lot about disrespect and dignity. But if all this knowledge is not turned into practice, it remains just information. Don't forget the main Stoic rule. You cannot control their behavior, but you can control your response. People might insult, they might belittle, they might scream. That is their choice. That is their behavior. But you must not be carried away by their storm. You are the only captain of your ship. From this minute on, change your perspective. When disrespect comes at you, don't ask why. Instead say, this is a test. The world is testing if you are truly strong. Your ego tells you, answer back. Show him. But your true self says, pass it by. This test is beneath my level. You pass the test not by getting angry and screaming, but by passing in silence and laughing at yourself. So let's make a pact today. Maybe today in traffic, or at work, or in a social media comment, someone might come to test you. In that moment, when you rise to get emotional, catch yourself. Use that pause. And tell yourself internally, I am the one who chooses my emotion. The power is in your hands. No one has permission to hurt you unless you give it to them. Next time anyone tries to humiliate you, remember this. Your response is the only thing they cannot control.